To toggle loops in a drum rack, there are two different devices of mine, and I'm going to show you the toggle nodes all now. If you haven't know, or if you aren't aware of how to set up loops in a drum rack, please have a look on the drum rack toggle device first on the tutorials, and there you will get some insight about how to do this, and on a bit more deeper control, if you need this, you can do this with the other device. So the toggle toggle loop all device is a bit quick and dirty. You can set a node range on which nodes should be affected, and this will only let through those nodes which are in this node range here. So a use case example would be you have 3 loops playing here, and on the end you have not a loop, you will have a one shot, and you want to trigger this with one drum pad, for example. So let's set this up first. So we got a range of C1 up to D1, and those 3 are my loops. So let us set this up first. C1 to D1, and now those loops will be toggled. And the 4th pad is 1 semitone higher, so a D sharp 1, and you can see this in the monitor here, and it's not going through because this device is blocking all other nodes. So what you need to do if you want to set this up to go through, there are 2 different options on how to do this. The first one would be to use MIDI chains. So let's group this device, and now open up the chain view, go to the key, let's put in toggle all in here, so we know this is the chain actually for the toggle all devices. And let's set the key selector for this to C1, which is our first node, up to D1. So now in this chain, this one is all going to the toggle device, and now we need another chain which is actually doing the clean nodes here. So let's separate this, so this is staying really clean here. So from the D sharp 1 up to the G8, now we got a dry chain for the MIDI, and because our dedicated node here is a D sharp 1, this will now go through the dry chain. So this is all now set up. Let's have a look on the toggle loop device and fold down the chain view here again. Okay, so let's have a little play. You can see the D sharp 1 is getting through the dry chain here, and it's being sent to the drum rack here. And so this is going through not as a toggle node on node off, but as a node on node off straight through. The other ones are being toggled as loops. There's a different way on how to set up the toggle all device. It's a very slim and small device, so you can actually use it in every chain here as well in the drum rack itself. So let us ungroup this here again, so to make it a bit more obvious. So let's say we have those 3 loops here, and we want them being played as toggling or in toggling mode. We can open up the chain view in a drum rack, and now we're able to put in a toggle loop device in every chain here. So let's select the first chain, and I copy and pasted this, and it's deleting my device beforehand. So I actually need to go in here and select this, and now I should be able to just put it in front of it. Yes. So let's do the same here. So it's still in my cache, but I can just drag and drop it in here, or let's drag and drop it the third way, just from anywhere else, just onto here, So this would work the same now. Okay, so the range now is because you just have this one note coming through here. Per default, this is a C3 being sent out via a drum rack. So you can see in here, all these pads are receiving different pitches, but they're sending out a C3. So, but never mind, as long if the note is in your range, it will work. So actually, if it's set to C3 and C3, it will work already. So it's all set up right, and only the first 3 chains here have the toggle all device in here, and the last one is empty because I want to play this rhythmic and not toggle a loop here. There is one more parameter you can set up here. If you actually want to use a preset velocity, you can do this with the device in here as well, so you can make sure that you don't have any big jumps in the playback volume.